What is up guys, Wolfgang here. So today I want to talk about a couple LTT products. I bought the scribe driver as well as the precision screwdriver, and I just wanted to give a quick overview about these two products. Now, first of all, this is not in-depth testing. I am not going to be torque testing the screwdriver, nor will I be writing 1,000 pages with the pen. This is just a quick overview of what I think the product is for the price. So let's get into it. So first things first, I want to talk about the pen. This is a very overused design is what I want to say. I've seen this design for the Ridge pen, where it's like a sort of a J kind of a shape, and you push this down to bring out the tip. It's not my personal preference. I love clicky pens, with the button up top, but this also does feel really industrial. I kind of do like it, honestly, actually. Still not my preferred though, but you can see the what is this, pen clip or whatever, pretty sturdy, feels good. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break on you. And well, they got the logo up here, and I know there are replacements for the ink cartridges. I don't know exactly what type it is, but the good thing is you can replace them. Look like this. I believe it's supposed to be a very used style, so it's not hard to find replacements for, which is good. Now, my favorite pen before this, well, I've always loved, the very cheap pens that have like a hexagonal shape. I've loved those for a long time. I don't know why. I just love the feeling, the plastic, I don't know. But afterwards, I found this pen, which I forget the name of. Monami, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this pen. So a lot of people recognize it. I have like 6 of the same pen. I bought them all at once because I just loved it so much. I wanted to keep it because it's kind of the same, hexagonal design as the cheap plastic pens, but out of metal. It has the clickiness that I love. I even want to try to kind of oil lube the spring to make it even quieter, but still have the same feel. It feels amazing. I really love this pen. The grip is amazing. The click, I guess the hanger thingy is very small, but I've never used one of these, like the hanger. So I personally love it. I love that it's black, at least the main shaft, and then the rest is silver. Or almost chrome, I guess would be what I want to say. But point is, I still prefer this pen, even though I really like the LTT pen. The knurling that they use for the grip feels really good. I really like the knurling they did here. As I'm used to no knurling, no sort of a grip, I can say the knurling does add something to it, and I like it. Now, they do have a gold version of this same pen, I believe. Let me check. I have the website on my tablet right here beside. The only difference is the inside right here of the J. I don't know if you can see that well on camera, but where the thing you move to get the tip out is gold. It seems to be the only difference. Could be missing something. Looks like, nope, that's still the same. It has a little bit of a gold hue, but the point is, you kind of stuck with this color if you want it. It feels great, honestly, to the touch, so I don't think it's a big issue. I do enjoy the story of at least the original scribe drivers. I'm not sure if these are still of that same inventory, but from my understanding, and I could be wrong, so I'm just going to put the disclaimer out there, but my understanding was that these shafts were supposed to be for the screwdriver, but something went wrong with the knurling. I'm not sure if it was either too abrasive or not enough. And so they decided to scrap those, or not really scrap them, like they still kept the inventory, but they weren't going to use it for the screwdrivers, and it ended up being pretty good for a pen. So that's what they did with these, and I really like that they did that. Like, once again, I'm not sure if this is still part of that, or if this is just they're actually producing the pens themselves. As I can still see the pen on sale. I'm assuming it's the latter, but honestly, pretty good pen. Very little complaints. Yeah, feels great. $30. It's expensive, but It's a good pen, and I think it's worth it if you like pens. If you don't care about pens, just keep on using the plastic Pilot ones, I think they are. But yeah, I do enjoy pens. So the next thing I want to talk about, which I didn't actually mention in the intro, is the mouse pad itself. I guess you can see the iFixit kit here on the right, but regardless, I wanted to talk about their mouse pad. And as you can see, it is pretty dirty. To be clear, I have not washed it. I've only wiped it down with a damp cloth, or not even a cloth. It's been like a Clorox wipe, which is probably not ideal. I've probably damaged like the coloring or something. I don't know, but I do have to give it a clean, and I will eventually. You'll notice it in the videos, but pretty great quality, honestly. Aside from it being, the stealth pad, so it's black. It collects a lot of dust, and I live in a dusty environment. It's kept up pretty well. If I got any of the others, like a more colorful one, the Northern Lights one, perhaps, it would look better than this, just because it has a lot more colors and stuff to kind of hide the grime and the dust that accumulates. And I think I'm a clean guy. Like, I like to wash my hands often, but yeah, dust particles. In the previous house, I think the ceiling was kind of falling slowly, so there was something falling from there. All of it together kind of led to this being a very dirty desk mat, and to be clear, like I said, I have not given it a profound clean. What I want to do is read the cleaning instructions from the website themselves and clean it how they say it should be cleaned. I'm expecting just a wet rag or something, but yeah, still gotta clean it, but solid quality. The mouse tracking has been amazing. I've really loved it. Feels great on the skin, and yeah, really no complaints except for it being black and collecting a lot of dust, which is kind of my fault. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on video, but if you can see my glasses there, that's a day of use. So yeah, very dusty environment, unfortunately. The last thing I want to talk about is the driver itself, the precision driver. Now, as you can see, I have the iFixit kit here. I think it's a starter pack, if I'm not mistaken. And I also bought the extension itself. I have the metallic driver, as well as I think 2 plastic ones, because I had to buy some replacements for, I think, the guitar picks. And I still went for the LTT precision driver, which anyone can tell you is kind of wasteful, because I already have a lot of screwdrivers. Now the reason for this, I guess the fidget spinner got to me. It is, honestly, there's no good reason to buy this, but I really wanted it, so why not, I guess. First of all, I want to say that iFixit, well, neither iFixit nor LTT is sponsoring this video. I mean, I've always loved this screwdriver. The iFixit one feels great, especially the metal one. Feels quite premium. It's not a fidget spinner on the end, but it does roll enough so you can, like support it on your hand and twist it with no issues. Really solid screwdriver. My only complaint was it not having any kind of bit storage, which I guess is somewhat understandable, at least, as, it might take making the shaft a bit larger or making this detachable, etc., etc. I wish it had at least some bit storage, or like the plastic ones have. I think they have a SIM ejector tool and some additional functionality to the screwdriver. I would have loved, because as of right now, it's just a single screwdriver that, you can only use one specific way. The LTT screwdriver kind of fixed that for me and gave me a little bit of personalization. So as far as the knurling, I just realized they feel just about the same, but the iFixit one has kind of like 3 triangles to kind of give support to your fingers, I guess. I don't really notice it in these kinds of projects. You won't notice a difference, because honestly the screws are hardly ever over tightened, and if they are, you're still not gonna need big supports. And I guess the LTT one kind of has the same sort of supports here at the back, which I don't know if you'd use, but the point is, knurling feels about the same. What kind of really grabbed me from the LTT screwdriver was both that it kind of has a fidget spinner at the end for the supporting it on your hand while you spin it, and that it has bit storage. Now, how important is this? Very little, because I will always have this kit on me if I'm going to use a screwdriver. But I really appreciate having, the 3 bits I'll use most on hand. Now, I apparently only have 2, seems about right. I guess it's the 2 Phillips, larger Phillips ones that come in the kit. I don't know exactly what they are, but I'll assume 00 and 000. I don't know. While troubleshooting my computer, those are the two bits I use the most, so I'll just keep them in here. And yeah, having that bit storage is really what got to me, and I guess the fidget spinner adds something, you know. And I thought, you know, 30 bucks, honestly. Having some disposable income, I thought I would buy it. I haven't tried their own shafts. I've only used them with the iFixit shafts, or I guess bits, and it fits well. It works. There's a little bit of jiggle, but I think that happens with all screwdrivers. Yeah, still some jiggle there. So honestly, pretty solid. The magnet's really great, and I imagine it'll be better on the LTT ones. 30 bucks for the screwdriver. Honestly, I thought it was pretty worth it, even though I already had many screwdrivers, and I probably shouldn't have bought it. You know, it's kind of wasteful. But yeah, I truly enjoyed it. Now, I do want to get the LTT sort of, what do they call it? I think it's a bit storage, bit. Let's see, precision. Oh, I guess the case is what I'm looking for. Where is it? Oh, it's because it's a bit set and the case. I see. So I want their case. Even more wasteful, yes, I know. But it comes with more bits, which I don't have. And one really nice thing they did with this one, you can see the two pieces are separate. We'll put the screwdrivers aside to not distract us. They're separate pieces. They kind of have 4 magnets on the corners, and it kind of just sticks there. They're strong enough to hold, at least without much jiggle force, I guess. I don't know how to call it. Maybe medium as well too. Well, these are more impressive than I thought. But the point is that even though these are 2 separate pieces, with the LTT one, it has a hinge on the left side. So let me try to emulate that. So it would open this way. And, well, it's a more narrow kit as well. And for this area here, I don't know what to call it, it has magnets on this surface. Meaning that if you put a screw here, it won't move. Or at least, you know, if it's a ferro conductive screw, whatever screw that's get magnetized. And that adds some value to me, because I'm currently working on a pretty small desk, and if I'm working on my computer, you know, either changing thermal pastes or troubleshooting, which happens unfortunately more often than I would like, I have to put the screws on this thing, or I guess I put them on this thing. And since it's a small table, sometimes I knock it around. And fortunately, I can recognize most of the screws in my computer, but it's annoying to have them mixed up because I like to keep them in order. And having a magnet on this side would add a lot of value to me. And, well, I guess I forgot to mention, even though they are together, once it's open, I believe you can like push them up and down, sort of in this kind of a motion. And not this far down, but you know, it'll be something like this, and then you can pull them apart. Which, I mean, it's only a positive. There's, you know, I just love that. Yeah, that's another 30 bucks. I can't say it's overpriced, honestly. I think it's fine. It's definitely adds value to me, so I think it's worth it for me, at least. I wish they had their own sort of extension thing, because my only issue with the iFixit one is that I don't think it has a magnet at all. It's either that or it's a very soft magnet. Oh, that explains why it was fitting strangely in there. Yeah, it does not have a magnet. So when you're trying to, in my case, literally my case, the Dan A4H2O, the bottom left motherboard screw, if you know, you know, is a pain to get out of there. And without a magnet, this makes it a huge, even almost more of a pain, if anything. I have been able to fit this screwdriver in there without the extension, but the extension would make it easier if it had a magnet. So I wish LTT had their own extension for the precision screwdrivers. I would absolutely buy it, especially if it came in its own kind of case with the spot for this, because as you can see, I don't have a spot for this. I kind of just leave it there and try to close the lid on top of it, and that keeps everything in place. But yeah, hoping for LTT products. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention that they also have some customization with the cap or the tip up here. It's a annoying process to get it out of there, as you kind of have to align something with a little slit that's right here. It's gonna be impossible to see on camera probably, but it's like around here-ish. You might be able to see it. Yeah, I aligned it and held it with my nails, which I do not recommend. Use a tool for it. I don't know what it's called. Just look at their website. They'll tell you how to do it. You can replace this little cap at the top. You can make it concave, convex. So if I'm not mistaken, the top here would be concave, means it's kind of inwards. Convex means it's kind of bulging outwards. And there's this cap, the black one, and I don't know what the other one was, honestly, but I'm too lazy to look for the caps right now, as I prefer the black one just because it looks so nice. So yeah, if they had a dark red one to kind of match my channel outline color, I would probably go for it. But I also understand that, you know, it's a very specific, or I guess it would sell in very low volumes, so not necessary. It would be nice, but you know, if it ever comes around, I will buy it. But yeah, interestingly, everything here is 30 bucks. I did not realize that. I guess I didn't mention for the mouse or the desk pad, I feel like 30 bucks is so worth it, especially because you can customize the size. I feel like customizing the size just adds a lot to the product itself. I was able to measure out my table and figure out what kind of size I want, and I really love that. So yeah, I encourage you to give any of these products a shot. If you have any questions about them, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them as best I can. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day.